Hello and welcome, this is AgentXP, and welcome back to another episode of Agent Adventures. So today we're going to be doing some more home improvements. So there are a couple of things I want to do to my base, so I'm actually going to make this tower on top of my big house one block higher, as I think that's going to look better in terms of scale next to the rest of the building. I'm also going to do a couple of other things this episode. When I initially built this house, I was planning to make it a storage area, but I've since grown to rather like it, especially since I've added this tower on the top. So I think what I'm ultimately going to do with this house is make it my actual base, because my original house is pretty small and I'd quite like to migrate into somewhere with a bit more space. So I think we're going to make this our main base for now. So I'm just doing a couple more improvements. I'm going to add some granite detailing. So in this episode I'm going to do some general base improvements, and I'm also going to do an interior for this building, as I think it would be nice to get some detailing going on, and I think I can incorporate an enchanting area and also have a functional storage area that doubles as a kitchen, as I think that would be rather cool. So we're going to experiment with some of the new barrel blocks and try and make ourselves a kitchen. I'm liking that detailing with the granite. We're just going to look at it from further away. Yes, I'm liking that. You can do some cool things with granite stairs. I'm also going to add a bit more of a ridge here to have a sort of detailed ledge above the windows, as I think that could look cool. We're all about adding more detail in this episode. And I'm also going to be improving the front area of the house, as I'd kind of like to add some market stalls. That's looking nice. So I'm still not entirely happy with the side of this building, so I kind of want to add a bit more detail here, and I'm thinking that I'm going to include some sort of arches on the side of this house, as I think that could look cool, and we might bring the sort of battlements, for want of a better word. I can't think of the name of that style of roof, but we may bring that effect forward by one block so that it overhangs a little bit. But we'll see. I'm going to use some sandstone stair blocks here, and if I upturn them, then I should... oh, there's still a bit of string there. I should hopefully be able to get some nice detail. I like that so far. So we're going to place another stair facing that way, and then turn around and place another one that way. That's looking quite nice. And if I bring the top of the roof forward by one block, that should look even better. So, a progress update. What I ended up doing was moving the pillars one block further out on each side, and that enabled me to create a better looking arch. And I've also brought the roof design forward by one block, and I'm really happy with the result. So I'm also going to turn my attention to this area. I've added a staircase up to the roof, as you see on many desert houses. And what I've realised is I can't really have that log overhang, because it means that you can't walk up the stairs because it's too low. So while I was going to reinstate a sort of a log pillar here, I think I'm going to have to lose that, because I can't really see a way that it can work going up and down the stairs. And I've tried it going in the opposite direction, and it just doesn't look nice going the other way. So I think I'm going to lose this sort of pillared area in favour of some stairs, because a lot of desert houses have stairs and it's just so much more convenient. So as you saw there, I also experimented with a pillar in the centre of my design, and I'm also tweaking with the roof a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the pillar in the middle. I think I prefer... yeah, I've taken the pillar away. I prefer it like that. So I'm still fiddling around with some details there. And I'm liking how the tower's looking. What I've also done here is I have updated the sort of battlements effect on my original house. Oh, rude. So instead of having normal blocks decorating the edge, I have swapped that out for stairs. So it's all about adding little touches. But what we're going to do next is we're going to tackle a somewhat larger project. We're going to turn our attention to the inside of this building. I've been looking forward to doing this. So what I'm doing here is a bit of demolition work. I'm going to knock through the wall and make this area open plan. Very cool here. So we're taking out this wall. Thankfully it's not a supporting wall. And we're going to open up this area and make this a large kitchen come lounge area stroke enchanting room, and I think that will look really cool. We'll need to grab ourselves out some more granite slabs for the floor, and I've just realised I think if I move the ladder over to the left it will be a lot more conveniently placed. So I will make one long ladder rather than having two separate ones, so I will be able to have easy access down to the basement and easy access to the roof. So I'm just digging out the floor here and we can start laying down some slabs. I really like these polished granite slabs for the floor, especially in desert houses. And this is looking really nice. We've opened up the area. So now we're ready to start placing down some details. I'm just going to light up the area first, and I'm going to make myself some bookshelves. We have loads of books that we've collected from various villages, so we have enough to make ourselves an enchanting area, which would be... oh, hello. This isn't good. We have a bit of a standoff here. I bet they think that this is a village now because I've expanded quite a lot and I have a lot of workstations. So we can add in our bookcases, and this is very exciting. We will soon be able to enchant stuff. Need to get some more XP first though, although I do believe enchanting is a tad broken in this version, so we may need to wait until a newer release before actually doing some enchanting. As of recording this, I am still using a 1.14.2 pre-release, which in my opinion is still a little bit buggy. Things are very slow to load in, for example. So let's have a look. Do we have level 30? Yes, we do. So all I need now is some more XP, and that will be really cool. We do have some okay enchants. I mean, efficiency 3 isn't too bad, I guess. But we may need to wait a bit for some good enchantments. So next I'm going to turn my attention to the kitchen. So I've made a whole bunch of barrels and I'm going to start placing these in, and I'm going to create myself some countertops, and we're also going to place some smokers for ovens, and this is starting already to look like a kitchen. So I have surrounded the other wall with some more barrels and I've added some upper cabinets. We're going to place a couple more there. We can't place them over the windows, but that's okay. And I'll put in a row of 3 there, so we have lots of cupboards. I love the fronts of these barrels. They really do look like cupboard fronts, which is really awesome. So on the left there, you can see I've placed some grey carpets, or should I say dark grey carpets, and we're going to try black and light grey as well, and I'm going to see which colour I think looks better. You know, I think I like the dark grey. I think that probably blends with the barrels the best. So light grey, let's see what this looks like. I think I like the one on the left. It looks like a sort of charcoaly coloured worktop. So there we go. All of the worktops now have the charcoal coloured carpet, and I think that looks really nice. So I'm going to add a cauldron here. We can't actually place anything on there, so I'm going to move it over by 1 because I think, whoops, it would be really nice to have a sort of tap effect. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the cauldron over by 1 tile, although it would have been nice to have the sink in front of the window, but we will have it 1 block over, and we can add ourselves a little tap above it. So that way, if we fill the cauldron with water, then it will look like a sink, which will be really cool. So adding on our tripwire hook and filling the cauldron with water, we now have ourselves a kitchen sink, which is awesome. So I've added in some more details. The first of these is a furnace with a detector rail on top to look like a hob, and we've got a hopper above to look like a fan above the cooker, and we've also got some white banners on the windows to look like curtains or blinds. And I've used white because white tends to be a colour in the desert. Oh, hello. We appear to have been invaded. This isn't good. Ow! I had my shield up then. I'm sure these guys shoot through shields sometimes. I don't think it's just me. No! Go away! You're not invading my house. You're not welcome here, pillagers. Oh no, there's more dudes. Wow. Nope, nope, nope. Ow! He shot me! Man, that was rude, attacking me in my own home. Go away. Right, let's retreat to the safety of our kitchen, and I'm going to eat some more. These pillagers are becoming quite a problem. They seem to keep hanging around all the time. Oh no, there's the boss. Oh, he's in the moat. Ow! Okay, he has a bow, but I have an idea. You may remember in a previous episode I attempted to use a TNT block to blow up a pillager boss so that I didn't get the bad omen effect, but I still did get the bad omen effect. Oh no, I can't sleep because that guy is nearby. That's awkward. So I have another idea. I have an empty bucket currently because I just used it, and we're going to go and see. Ow! No, shield worked that time. Oh, not that time though. Go away. So I have another idea for... Oh, another one. Where are you coming from? Go away. Are they literally spawning in my garden or something? That's not good. So can we sleep? Yes, we can. So I have an idea for another way I might be able to get rid of a pillager boss without getting the bad omen effect. Because I'm so close to that village, I am really... Oh no, look at all these dudes. There's a witch as well. That's not good. Oh, boo. This is not good. Run away. Run away. I do not fancy taking on that witch. I'm going to try and go round these guys, because what I need to do is access this massive rock formation in the distance, and you can see there at the side there is a lava fall, and I have an idea for what we might do. So you've probably joined... Oh, bit of a ravine there. That's unexpected. So you may have now joined the dots and realised what I am planning to do. So I'm going to climb up here and I'm going to collect a bucket of lava, and we're going to see if using lava to kill one of those pillager bosses will mean getting the bad omen effect. I have a feeling that perhaps it won't, because while I set off the TNT, I'm sure they can walk into lava, and that doesn't count as me killing them. So I'm going to try that, and this might be especially useful for my moat. So if the boss ends up in the moat, it should be really easy to pour a bucket of lava in, and I don't want to leave all this stone here. It's kind of a shame. I didn't really want to take this lava fall as I can see it from my house, but it's the nearest, and I could potentially go and put it back at a future point because I do quite like it. It's quite distinctive. So in the meantime, I'm adding some more details to my house. I was able to get back here safely. The pillagers seem to have temporarily despawned. And I'm adding some lighting in the form of some of the new lanterns. So we should now be able to get rid of some of these torches and create a more homely feel. So get rid of the torches off the wall. I seem to be a bit stuck there. And what I'm also going to do is add in some paintings. And no, I want a different one. So yes, typically after getting the lava I returned home and there was no sign of the pillagers, but we will have the lava bucket to hand ready, and I'm sure we will get an opportunity to use it again pretty soon. So yeah, I'm quite happy with those paintings, and we're going to add a couple more around the place. So I'm just trying to get some homely touches here to make this place look more lived in, and I like the creeper painting there. Let's put another one underneath it, and that's starting to look really nice. As you can see, I've also added some more details. So I used 2 bits of spruce fence with 2 grey carpets on the top to create a sort of table or central island in the kitchen, matching the colour of the units, and I placed 2 bench seats around the edge using 2 white beds with spruce trapdoors on the end, and I really like the effect, and I can actually use the beds to sleep in. Oh, you see what I see? There's a pillager boss and he's in the moat. I said we'd get the chance to use our bucket soon. Right, where have I put it? I'm just going to go... Oh, where is it? Yep, lava bucket. Grab it out. We're going to go and see if this works. Straight out of my back door and get the bucket ready. No, not a banner. Bucket. Quick, pour it in. Is this... Ow! How did that set me on fire? Wow. Maybe he shot through it or something. And he's dead, and I don't have the bad omen effect. This is awesome. This is what I'm going to do from now on, and it also means I don't have to waste arrows on these guys. I mean, it's kind of horrible, I guess, but the pillagers are kind of horrible, and they shouldn't be attacking me. Nope, no, mister. Nope, that's rude. You're not shooting me outside my own kitchen door. Go away. So we now know that using a lava bucket to kill a pillager boss means that you do not get the bad omen effect. So that is an awesome discovery, especially with the moat. So speaking of moats, I am... Oh dear. That... Why did that flood? That's weird. Oops, I've made a bit of a mess there. So... Oh, not again. So, as I started saying, I am making myself a bit of a fountain here, as I want some decoration at the front of my house. So I'm just going to see if adding in a stair there will stop the flooding. No, that's very weird. I'm just going to block off the water and place in another stair. For some reason, when I place the water in that corner, it seems to overflow, and I don't think it's meant to do that. So I've added in a fountain there, and I'm putting in some more torches because I kind of ruined things by flooding the place. And I also want a water flow on top of this little sort of pillar to create an actual fountain spout. That looks nice. And I think what I'm going to do is add in a... I think maybe a metal bar will look better. So if I add in a metal bar here, it will look like a fountain spout coming out of the top. And that looks really nice. I think it's nice to have that extra detail. And I think what I'm going to do next is move the campfire area and create myself a sort of pergola, I think they're called. I wanted a sort of covered walkway with some greenery on it in front of my house. Make things look a bit pretty. So I'm going to experiment using the new campfire blocks as a roof for this covered area, as the campfire blocks are nicely detailed, and we're going to use a water bucket to extinguish the fire so that we are left with the wooden slats, and I think those look really nice. So far, I am really impressed with this design. Ow, ow, I'm on fire again. This is hazardous. Ow, ow. Maybe if we had a silk touch pick, we could pick these up without having to actually do it in situ. That would be good. And that's looking really nice. So I redid the side bits so that all the logs were facing in the same direction, and I'm really happy with the result. So we can add some greenery to that, and I think it will look really nice. We're also going to add a path down the middle because I want a nice covered walkway. And fear not, we are going to keep the campfire because I do love the new campfire blocks, and we're going to add a sort of smithing area off to the side, and that will feature a campfire. I am really liking how that looks. That's really cool. So I have added in a sort of a workstation area, and I've just placed a campfire on top of a hay bale, so we will once again have the cool smoke. And I've also added some leaves to my pergola, and I think this is looking really nice. It's a shame I don't have any vines. I didn't collect any when I found a swamp, so I'm going to have to venture back there at some point and collect some vines. And I'm also going to add some more detail to the top of this thing with some stairs. Now, speaking of adventuring, I have had quite a lot of problems when loading in big areas of terrain in this version, so I think I'm going to hold back from doing too much exploring until the next version of the update actually comes out, because I have been really struggling. Oh, there is a wandering trader, and he appears to have fallen in the ditch. That's not good. We'll provide him a way to get out if he wants to. And, oh, I wonder what he sells. So I'm just in the process of adding a bit more detailing to this. I kind of wanted a sort of window in the back so you can see out into the desert, and I'm liking that. Hello, dude, what do you sell? Oh, he sells coral, and ice, and brown dye. That's not something we can get easily, and sea pickles. Oh, I might have to do a bit of trading with you. Let's go and get some emeralds. So I've moved quite a lot of stuff into my main house now. As you can see, my valuables chest is now in here, which is good because my other storage area in my smaller house was overflowing. Oh, just as I'm going to trade with these guys, they always run off. So at least he's out of the pit now. Let's see, I think I'm going to buy a few things from you. I think I might grab some sea pickles. Yes, he seems happy. That's good. So we're going to grab out just a couple of those, as I think it might be cool to place a couple around our garden. That could be nice. So we'll take a few of those, and I'm also going to get some coral and some brown dye as well, maybe some ice. I don't want to spend too much money, but I think we'll have 3 corals because they're quite unusual. And also we're going to get some ice, and we're going to get 1 lot of brown dye as well. I don't want to use all of my emeralds, but I think it's quite cool to trade with these guys because obviously it's a new feature, so I'm definitely going to get 1 lot of brown dye because I haven't found a desert yet, so that might come in useful. Yeah, he's happy. So next, we're going to have the fun job of building a couple of market stalls. So a lot of designs that I've seen for market stalls are quite large. So I've kind of invented this design, which is a small market stall with just a single block in the middle, as I don't want to take up too much space because my garden isn't really that large. So I'm going to place fences, and I'm also going to place some blocks of wool at the back, and I'm going to try and slope the roof a little by placing some lower blocks, and I'm also going to use the carpet and string trick in order to create a sloped roof. And I'm creating another one here, so I've finished the one at the back there that you can see, and I'm just creating a second one. Nope, I don't want a gate actually. I think I prefer the trapdoor. So we're going to get rid of that, and I will show you how I build this thing. So I'm going to put a trapdoor there, and now we're going to add on the oak fences. And let's hop up here and add some fences. And we're going to have the front facing the main path, so these two are kind of facing away from each other. So in the end I worked out that it was better to have the shorter fence at the back and the taller fence at the front, because at the back I am placing wall blocks, and it's better to have the wall blocks lower at the back and then stepped up in the middle. So I'm just adding the carpet, and I will show you how I place this. So just 1 bit of string needed because the other 2 bits of wool will sit on the pillars or the wooden fences. And at the back we're going to place some wool blocks, and this is a yellow market stall, so we want a piece of yellow wool. And then in the middle we want a wool block or row of wool blocks, and we're going to make those 1 higher. I can never get on top of my pillars, and here I'm going to add 1 at the back just to allow me to place some in the middle, and that creates a sort of layered roof effect, which I think looks quite nice. So if we just get rid of the dirt, we can now see the finished effect. And I'm going to place a lamp, and on this one I'm going to place the lamp on the roof. So on the other one I've rested it on the back of the wood, but for this one I think it might be nice to vary it a bit and have the lamp hanging from the roof, and that looks really nice in my opinion. We're going to continue and add a third market stall in the centre, and this one is going to be facing the path once again, so this will be facing in towards the fountain. So I'm going to place in the wooden upturned stairs, and I need blocks on the end to be able to do that, so that's why I've made it a bit wider. And then in the centre we can place a slab on the back side and a trapdoor on the front side, and that way we have an entry. I think I've done something a bit wrong here, so I think I've placed the side stairs a bit too far in, so I need to move those in by one block, because these are only tiny market stalls. There's just enough space for someone to stand in the middle. So let's just get rid of these end blocks. I only placed those to allow me to place the upturned stairs, and that is looking good. That is the base of our market stall completed, and now we just need to rearrange our inventory a bit and get ourselves some carpets. And I am also going to place some wool blocks, and for this one I think I'm going to make this one a blue stall. So I'm going to grab out a blue wool block and add that to the middle. Now, speaking of wool, in the previous episode I remarked that it was a shame that there weren't any shepherds in the game, and I've since discovered that in fact there actually are. I just hadn't seen a shepherd villager. So if you place down, I believe it's a loom, you will get a shepherd villager, which I think is a really cool addition, because it really makes sense, given there are sheep in the game, to have a shepherd to look after them. So we're just going to add our string and a final piece of blue carpet, and our third market stall will be complete. And I just want to add a lamp to that one, and that will be finished. So I'm going to do a bit of terraforming around the edge. I've decided I don't really like the edge of the dirt block. It doesn't look that nice when you view the garden from the outside, so I've replaced some of the dirt with sand. We're almost at the end of the episode, and we're going to have a little tour of what we've done today. I'm loving the back of the house with the addition of the stairs. The back garden needs a bit more work, but that will have to come in a future episode. And I am loving my new kitchen. It's very functional, and I'll probably store food in here. And I can also sleep in the beds, which double as seats for my table. Oh wow, look at that sunset, it's beautiful. So let's hop off here and look at the grounds from this angle. I'm really loving the greenery on this pergola, and there's my little workspace area or smithing area here on the right. That's looking very nice, and I'm loving the market stalls. We have the new palm tree from the previous episode, and everything is looking really nice. I'm loving those market stalls. They really do add a splash of colour to my little area. This area is almost complete now. I just need to do a bit more landscaping. Speaking of future episodes, I've been trying to release this series nearly every week for a little while, and I think I'm going to have to drop back and just do the occasional episode, as I need to devote time to other projects as well. But as always, if you do enjoy this series, please do like and comment to let me know that you do. And if you do subscribe, please do hit the little notification bell so that you're notified when I do upload future episodes. This is Agent XP. Thank you for watching. TTFN.